Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up, people? Man, we back in the building with another one, man. And Top Rank got a boxing deal. Top Rank got a boxing deal. Now they're with Dazn for right now. They just with Dazn for right now. It's not a permanent deal that they with Dazn, but it is a deal. They do have some type of network deal, and I believe the deal is somewhere like they get 1 point so million a show. But that's good news for Top Rank. And then they have the ability to go and shop another deal elsewhere. So congratulations to Top Rank. A lot of people have been wondering where Top Rank at, what is Top Rank doing, what is Top Rank is going to be doing. So that is good for Top Rank. Those of y'all, man, I know this is sort of kind of like late or whatnot, but the only reason why I still decided to come on was because it's Monday, Tuesday. Y'all know Monday, Tuesdays, I really have a hard time coming on. This is a late show. And so we just go rock out with it regardless of what's going on. We just go rock out with it and we just go from there. You know what I mean? Let me make some adjustments real quick. Shout out to that boy DT. I don't know if he's still with us, but shout out to that boy DT. Let me make some adjustments real quick. I see one of the thumbnails didn't upload. That's what took me a long time. Give me 1 second. I know I'm probably not in the camera, but I'm trying to thumbnail. I can properly. Let me know if I'm froze. Hey, what's charging, but that's how it needs to be charged. Like that might be updated. And alrighty, yes, sir. What it do? DT's it. What it do, man? Let me know if I'm froze, if anything, if I'm froze or anything. But yeah, man. But anyway, shout out to that boy DT. Yeah, man, I am on Central Time, my boy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Monday, Tuesdays be a little bit hard for me. And again, I'm not really. All right. I don't know what the hell just happened. All right. I don't know what the hell just happened. That mud just literally kicked me out, bro. I don't know what the hell happened. All right, so man, sorry about those technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying? Those come with the you know what I'm saying, with the territory sometime. But anyway, but yeah, man, shout out to DT, man, for keeping me up to date. Man, I don't know what's going on, man. Sometimes this stream y'all be want to act funny during the wrong times, you know what I'm saying? But but like I said, man, Top Rank got a deal, man. They got a deal. And it's a good thing for them that they got a deal, because the last time we saw them, they was on Facebook fighting. And then I really want to know, is Keyshawn Davis still with Top Rank? Because I seen all the posts that Top Rank got a deal and they had Keyshawn picture floating around. So I don't really know if Keyshawn is still with Top Rank. because I've been seeing him with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn for a long time. You know what I mean? Let me know if I'm not in the middle of the camera, you guys, because I'm not looking at the screen. I'm actually doing other work when I be like, man, I got a lot. I be working on those other days, having a lot of stuff going on. I'm actually looking at a whole completely different screen. So let me know if I'm not in the screen. I'll just graze down to this other screen. It's really small. So if I read y'all comments wrong tonight, don't be mad at me. If you ain't never seen a MacBook before and know how little a MacBook is, then goddamn me, cut me some slack. Because I'm streaming from a MacBook tonight. Because I watched, I'm trying to get back in the habit of coming on during the week a lot. Like I say, Monday, Tuesdays is like really, really hard, but I'm trying to get back in that habit of coming on and getting y'all back what y'all deserve, man. This likable dialogue talk, man. My boy say, yeah, you in the middle. Appreciate that, DT. But listen though, man, Top Rank got a deal, man. So I think that's really good that Top Rank has a deal. I think that really does show that, okay, man, maybe we can get PBC over there, but they only gave them like 1.25 per event, from my understanding. They only gave them like 1.25 million per event. So to me, you really won't see a lot of the big superstars that they have on Top Rank on Dazn. You're gonna see more of a lower class of boxing of Top Rank on that card. Now, from what I'm seeing and understanding, that card, I mean, that deal is really structured to have only about 8 to 9 fights. So I mean, that's really not bad, given that we are already in April. You know what I mean? March, and it's gonna be April. So 8 or 9 fights, they probably can. Let's see, we in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So in the 9 months, they can put on 1 fight per month, to be honest, and they can still put on 1 fight per month in Dazn and still utilize their deal in a perfectionate way, because they only got an 8 to 9 deal fight. But like I said, and I would think that like they would probably skip a month or two to get a big name, some of their big name heavy hitters on that Dazn network to give them what they need. You know what I'm saying? Also, will we get some of these fights now that Top Rank is with Dazn? You see what I'm saying? So now that Top Rank is with Dazn, can we get some of these fights now? There's no network issue because now you are with Dazn. But remember, I said that Top Rank can go and shop another deal. They do have a right to go and shop another deal. Where else could they land up? Maybe on Amazon Prime. But Amazon Prime is not even giving PBC any dates hardly. You know what I mean? So, but they still have that aspect where they can go and get another deal elsewhere. So that's good. Would that other deal come into conflict, right? Because it can be considered as, well, you're giving them the big fight and you're not giving us the big fights. So that's the only thing that I would say when it comes down to Top Rank. But other than that, Top Rank got a deal. So you might see Jasaki and NUA and all of them on the Dazn card. Because you remember, they was fighting on Facebook. They didn't have a card. I honestly thought that Top Rank was going to just go out of business. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But ESPN let them go. But then maybe they wasn't generating the money or the revenue or whatnot. But it's crazy that ESPN let them go and then goes and pick up MVP and Jake Paul for ESPN women's card. You know what I mean? I think that's interesting though, man. So I do want to touch up on that aspect of it as well with the ESPN letting them go. But I think we'll touch up on that part tomorrow because, like I said, I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm having I'm looking at something totally different that I'm actually working on. That's why I say Monday, Tuesdays is crazy. But I did want to come on and still try to get back in that mode of us doing this dialogue talk, man. Monday through Friday, or at least 4 days out of the week. You know what I mean? So at least if I come on Monday, Tuesday late, Thursday, Friday, maybe I could do an earlier show or something like that. But just trying to work out the kinks, man, within my schedule to make sure the subscribers are getting this content that they like, man. But what do y'all think about this, though? Top Rank getting a deal with Dazn. Is this something that y'all care about? Is this something that you can care less about? Or is this something that, you're like, man, I'm not even really up on the Top Rank like that anymore. Like, what fighters do Top Rank have? I don't even know if Tyson Fury would Top Rank anymore. I think he's more of an independent contractor than anything, because I remember he was with Top Rank. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the real question is we have to ask ourselves, who does Top Rank really have under contract? That is the real question when we talking about Top Rank and we talking about like what Top Rank have to go on and what they Top Rank have to offer. We have to ask ourselves, who does Top Rank have under contract that catches our eye and make us say, we're going to tune into that Top Rank card because of Keyshawn Davis or because Shakur Stevenson, which Shakur obviously isn't with Top Rank anymore. I'm just utilizing them as an example. Besides NUA, which a lot of people, he has a popularity, but that's like the only big name that I know for sure that Top Rank has under contract. So we really have to ask ourselves, like, who does Top Rank really have under contract, and what fights can they potentially put on to make us say, we really, really do like that. We really, really do like that Top Rank card. Shout out to Don Polio 1238. He says, I heard Xander and Boots are negotiating a fight. It makes sense now. Yeah, I do. Shout out to Don Polio 1238. Have you been with us before, man? I think that name sound really, really familiar, man. Shout out to you, man. If you ain't, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, man. But yeah, shout out to Don Polio, man. Oh, wrong button. I hit the wrong button sometimes. Don Polio. There we go. Shout out to Don Polio. Yeah, it does make sense, right? And that's what a lot of people were saying. It does really make sense that that fight is in the works now. I do have that on for a topic. As you can see, we got Xavier, but you probably, depending on which YouTube show you watching, I got 2 YouTube platforms going on, so you probably can't see Boots Ennis in one of them. But that is on the topic for tonight to talk about that fight card, because Virgil Ortiz came out. Well, first Boots Ennis came out and stated that he did all he can do. He's tired, and I sent you something on Insta. Okay, I got you, brother. But as far as, hold on, let me see what my boy sent me. Shout out to that boy DT, man. My boy say, he sent me this post, says, NUA undisputed junior featherweight championship considered to be pound for pound fighter. Teofimo Lopez, WBO welterweight champion, Emmanuel Navarrete, WBO. So, okay. So are these Bruce Carrington? Abdullah Mason is a good one. Jared Anderson, Brian Norman Jr., Rafael Espinoza, Emmanuel Vargas. There. Okay, so rosters included this roster includes numerous other prospects and contenders consistently being signed through their development system. Shout out to that boy DT though, man, for sending me this. I'm actually gonna download this. Damn, how can I do this? How can I download this? Okay, I'm gonna try to download this and get this on the channel because I think this is actually good news, good that he sent it. This is just a list. I don't know if I can really put this on the channel. It's gonna be a big ass but that is good news because it's basically going to show this is basically showing that I can't get it on. I won't barely get it on, but we could talk about it though. Appreciate that, DT. Improvement. Like I said, I'm trying to work on this project that I'm working on and try to talk to y'all. So if I go in and out, please forgive me. Yeah. So, but that's good though. They do have Abdullah Mason, which he is a which champion is he? I think he the Abdullah Mason. He is a rising prospect, and I do believe he has a WBA championship. No, I think he got the IBF championship. Abdullah Mason. So that's something that they can utilize to their advantage. But my only question is with that is, like I said, they only getting paid 1.25 million per fight, right? And per event. They only getting that per event. So you still got to calculate the budget, the like the arena costs and all of that. So like I said, you're still going to have the lower budget up and coming prospects on that card. But if you a fighter like Abdullah Mason, right? Let's just use him as an example. If you're a fighter like Abdullah Mason, are you willing to take that low ball offer and money from your real promoter, right? Whereas he was getting a big, let's say he was probably getting 2 million his last fight, which was on a Riyadh season card. You see what I'm saying? So I think those conflicts where your original promoter offer you this little chump change, and then Turkey Alalshikh is offering you this big money opportunity. Will a fighter in like Abdullah Mason be able to accept a fight or lower than what he just recently came off of? You only as good as your last fight, and his last fight was actually great. And the price goes down. Especially if you're a champion now, the price only goes up. So in this case, the price should only go up for a Abdullah Mason, for a Abdullah Mason, in my opinion. But nevertheless, hold on, guys. Let me move some of this stuff around. Like I said, I know I am working on. I guess I could put it in my pocket. Not in my pocket. I can put it in my lap. But yeah, like I said, I am working on some other stuff right now while I'm trying to talk to y'all. So hopefully I don't make no errors. But anyway, so like my boy Don Polio 1238 says, I heard Xander and Boots are negotiating a fight. It makes sense now. I think it does make sense now. And I think this is an actual good fight for Boots Ennis. I'm not even going to lie. And the reason why I think that this is a good fight for Boots Ennis is because nobody ever asked for the Virgil Ortiz fight, right? Nobody ever asked for that. You know what I mean? It was a fight that came up and it was put in our face. And, I like Virgil Ortiz. He's a great fighter. He shows up and he fights his ass off. But, like, we have been questioning these guys last few opponents, right? But we questioned Virgil Ortiz couple last opponents and the questionable knockouts. But when he got in the ring with Madrimal, man, he just went in there and schooled that guy. So I'm gonna walk back some of my comments where I was saying, like, we didn't want to see that fight. I'm gonna walk that comment back, but I'm gonna say, like, although it wasn't an interesting fight to me, or like it wasn't such like an interesting fight to me. Maybe if they would have, I don't know, maybe if it would have went through, I would be more excited about it. But I just felt like they needed to go fight I guess I can't really complain because we question both of them and they're fighting the people that they're fighting, right? So if I'm questioning and other people are questioning the level of competition that they're fighting, if both of them saying that they A+ players, then I guess there's nothing wrong with them two coming together. It just wasn't a fight that everybody was like, oh, we want to see them two next. I think it was just, hey, we questioning your fighters and we questioning your fighters. We want y'all to come together and give us a fight. I think that's just more so what it was versus the fans wanted this fight. Nah, the fans didn't want it. It was a fight that we was questioning their level of competition, and both of them decided, well, Turkey Alalshikh decided that this was a great opportunity for them two to come together since people was questioning their fights. I think I have that video. I'll have to look on my computer where Turkey Alalshikh was on a program and he said that he offered Boost Ennis a deal, and Boost Ennis said that he wanted the tune-up. He wanted the tune-up fight first, and Turkey Alalshikh says, "No, I don't want no you want tune-up, you go somewhere else. We don't do tune-ups over here." But that has been following Boost Ennis for a long time, because if you realize Boost Ennis, that's been following him for some time, because even Eddie Hearn kept saying he wants a tune-up. He wants a tune-up. He wants a tune-up. You know, like he wants a tune. Like, how many tune-ups do you want? Do you want a tune-up? Like, you can't keep saying that you want a tune-up and that you that guy and that you this boogeyman in the division and all of that. At one point, when he was with PBC, before PBC went down, at one point I could say Boost Ennis was a lethal threat. He was up in his level of competition, and he was a lethal threat. But then all of a sudden, I guess after that long layoff, he just went into tune-up mode. One thing they could never say about Errol Spence is that he never wanted the tune-up. He was just like, hey, what's going to happen is going to happen. What's going to happen is going to happen. You know, he never wanted the tune-up. Even when him coming back, he wanted to fight Sebastian Fundora, which is like a no-no. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me read this real quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? My bad, DT. I didn't even see that you sent this, bro. Like I said, I told you, I'm not even looking at the screen, but keep commenting, y'all. Keep commenting. He says, I'm definitely ready to see Zayas step up in competition. That's why I think him and Boost Ennis is a great fight, man. That's why I really do think him and Boost Ennis is a great fight. And I'm not even gonna lie, I really, really do think that is a great fight to have, only because, like I said, it's a level. Here's another aspect of it, right? And y'all probably think I'm like wrong for this comparison, right? But I think this is a great opportunity for Zayas and Boost Ennis, right? But hear me out before I say it. That's all I give. That's all I ask is hear me out before I say this, right? All right, so there is speculation, we can say speculation or rumor that Turkey Alalshikh offered Devin Haney Boost Ennis. And Devin Haney said, yeah, okay, I'll take it at 147. Right? That's the rumor, right? But then it goes on to say, like, hold on, y'all, I'm trying to see something. All right, there we go. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So there was a rumor that Devin Haney, that Turkey Alalshikh offered Devin Haney Boost Ennis, right? And Boost Ennis turned the fight down, right? That at least that's the rumor, right? Boost Ennis turned the fight down. Given that Boost Ennis allegedly turned the fight down, there was also rumor that Devin Haney wanted to fight Zayas. He's on the list, right? We all been hearing that he's on the list. Zayas is on the list from Bill Haney, from Bill Haney and Devin Haney. Zayas is on the list. Well, here it is right here. We got both people that Devin Haney was about to fight, right? Even though they in the 154-pound division. Now, Devin Haney was supposed to fight them, right? I think that this is a great opportunity for Boost and Xander to fight. I really do think this is a great opportunity for them two to fight. And then maybe in the future, when Devin Haney feels up to par, he'll get the winner of those two fighters. What y'all think about that? I think it's a great fight for them too. I really do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really do think that this is a great fight for the both of them. I just do. I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for the both of them. Mel Evans says, I hate these era of boxing. Best for ducking fades. I hate these eras. I hate these era of boxing. Best for ducking fades. Yeah, a lot of them, they don't want to lose that. Oh, man, Mayweather sort of kind of like messed that up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to lose that. Oh, man. So that's just the thing, man. That they don't want to let that go, man. The only person that I can say that wasn't afraid to let they go was, and you know what? We talked about him on the last show. We talked about him. But the only person that really wasn't afraid to let they go was Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman said, one time Thurman says, I'm not afraid to let the go. If you beat me, I forgot. He had a saying. Keith one time Thurman or something. He had a saying something, but he wasn't afraid to let the go. Really, I feel like Keith Thurman got robbed in that Manny Pacquiao fight. Because I really feel like he beat Manny Pacquiao, but at the time, you got to remember, Manny Pacquiao was the top name. If Keith Thurman didn't get that knockdown, then he probably would have beat Manny Pacquiao. But if I was Keith Thurman, I'd be trying to go get that revenge back. Manny trying to make a comeback. Hey, come make a comeback against me and give me my rematch. Give me my get back. My boy DT says, I would assume he would turn the fight down. He not at 147 anymore. Plus, Bill was talking Rolly or Ryan. Yeah, we're going to get that Bill Haney talk on, man. I think I'm going to save that one because, it's sometimes I ain't going to lie, man. Like, that's why I appreciate some of my members when they inbox me different things because it'd be hard to come up with topics. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. So that's why, like, from now on, I'm going to really stick to one topic because we cover sometimes, bro, when we be on this joint for a long time, we cover several different topics, and then the next day I'll be like, damn, maybe we got to have a part 2 of that same topic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that is a topic that I want to talk about. And I actually got the video that fight is actually going to go down, though, DT. Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia. No, Rolly Romero versus Devin Haney is going to go down May the 30th. The contracts have been signed. It has been sealed. Bill Haney came on social media and announced it. And so that fight is going to happen, man. So the winner of that fight, you know what's so crazy? And they also said it, listen, they doing the whole thing all over again. They doing the whole thing all over again. Where, okay, Devin is going up against Rolly Romero. And then him and Ryan is set to fight in September. Him and Ryan is set to fight in September on a ring card. Well, here's the thing. They are set to fight, but you never know what's going to happen. They looking over Rolly Romero once again. Given that Devin Haney is a great, tremendous boxer, given that Devin Haney is fantastic with his jab, you cannot constantly overlook these opponents because sometimes they'll wear that on the chip on their shoulder, man. Like, a lot of people were surprised when Rolly beat Ryan Garcia, and we were supposed to, like, them overbooking these matches, you know, if they should make it to where it's that fight will sell regardless, right? If Devin were to face defeat against Rolly Romero, it's boxing. You never know what's gonna happen, right? You know what I mean? I know a lot of people thinking that Devin Haney, this is gonna be a walk in the park, but you just never know what's going to happen on a given night of boxing. You know what I mean? You just never know how one fighter is preparing for the other fighter, and that is just a true statement. You just never know. And given that they are going against Rolly Romero, they're overlooking him, and then they booking a fight between Ryan and Devin all over again. Bro, this is just deja vu all over again. It's like, okay, you never know. One thing that Tank said that Ryan, one thing that Gervonta Davis said is that Rolly can carry a punch. Now, what happened when Ryan Garcia was able to connect on Devin Haney's jaw? He stumbled him. Now, I like Devin Haney and I like Rolly Romero. So for me, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the fight. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the fight, man, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna have a prediction, but I ain't gonna lie, I got a bone to pick with Rolly though, man. And I'm gonna tell him that too, though. I'm like, bro, you told me to hold on because you didn't have no information, but yet and still, I see you on all these other platforms, and I don't care if they bigger than me. You on Nightcap, you on this, and you talking your smack about them. But bro, you couldn't come on here and pop it just like you popping it for them. I got a problem with that though, Rolly. I don't care. I appreciate you for giving us that, giving us that interview. But bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got a problem with that because, brother, couldn't come on here and give us that energy as well. Shit, show love to the little channels. You on Nightcap, you on all these other popping it. Man, you could have came on here and popped it too. I'm just saying. At least we know about boxing. Nightcap don't know shit about boxing. Shannon Sharpe don't know shit about boxing, bro. Now I give Ocho know about boxing, but Shannon Sharpe don't know nothing about boxing, bro. He talking about Clarissa Shield versus Rolly Romero. And not understanding the difference that what Clarissa Shield is actually talking about. Yes, Rolly is an unorthodox fighter. Just he's real awkward. You got to try to contain him. But Clarissa is like, she been doing this since a little kid. So she was going off talking about just off her skill set. But he just going off like Rolly is a man and you can't whoop a man type of deal. Like, bro, like, there's so many women out here that can put paws on some of these dudes. And she is one of them. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all feel like I'm rumbling, just let me know. But I just, I got a bone to pick with Rolly on that though, bro, because that shit ain't cool, bro. Especially a nigga that's supporting you, my nigga. When everybody was going against you against Ryan, I was there, my boy. Real shit. But anyway, though, man. So that's the vibes that they giving me though. When it comes down to the whole Devin Haney versus Rolly Romero situation. Like they overlooking Rolly again, and you never know what's gonna happen on May the 30th. But now, if Devin Haney was to win, that'll be 2 belts. And now when they go into negotiations talking about A side and B side, now that see what the Haneys is thinking, well, if they get an extra belt, then that puts him in the driver's seat for the A side because he has 2 belts versus Ryan Garcia 1 belt. Now I did see that Devin Haney younger brother did beat Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia cousin. I think they should be on the undercard with headgear because they are amateurs. Just put that amateur fight with the main card in September. You got Sean Haney versus Ryan Garcia cousin, and then you got Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. I think that shit should happen. Yeah, the Clarissa talk is disrespectful. Yeah, it's disrespectful, bro. It's like, bro, like they don't know nothing about boxing, bro. They don't know nothing about boxing. And that shit, they don't know nothing about boxing, bro. Like, they don't know, like, he just going off of like man versus woman. He don't know boxing, bro. He just don't know boxing. That's why when these boxers, they so happy to go over there, bro, they don't know boxing. He don't know UFC. Like, I'm at least I openly admit that I am a casual when it comes to the UFC, but I see him all at the UFC card. I guarantee you he don't know none of them. He only getting that because of his status, bro. I ain't hating him, but I'm just saying he don't know boxing. It's really true. And it's just like Stephen A. Smith. He know nothing about boxing. You can look at these cats like a real boxing fan can look at these cats and say they don't know nothing about boxing. The first thing that Stephen A. Smith asked Terrence Crawford, why you give Canelo back his belts? Them your belts. Da-da-da. Bro, everybody know that those belts are Canelo belts, and Terrence Crawford is going to get a new belt. Is going to get new belts. Everybody should know that if you're this fan of a boxing. I'm saying, bro, these people, they don't know boxing. They just go off of stats that they team provide them and stuff like that. They don't really know boxing for real. Not for real. But I think that my boy say she can definitely beat up Papoose. Shit, I don't know, bro. Papoose from New York, bro. Them New York niggas, I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what? A lot of people be on Papoose head, like with the whole 50 cents and all of that. Bro, like, you know what? That dude seemed like a solid dude that just be down with the women. You know what I'm saying? Hold a woman down, but I don't know. Papoose from New York. I don't know where exactly he from, but I know he from New York though. Man. But anyway, man, back on top of these topics. What do y'all guys think about the whole confrontation with and like I said, y'all, I'm not even looking at the channel, so I just so happen to scroll down every once in a blue moon to read a comment because I'm actually working on a project. So that's why I say Monday, Tuesdays be hard for me to come on, but I want to get back into the habit of coming on the show on Mondays and Tuesdays. But y'all got to give me, man, at least 3 days, man. I can at least do 3 days, but I'm trying to get it back in the habit of doing 5 days. You know what I'm saying? I think the thing is, man, I got daughter, I got help her with her school homework. I mean, I got a little one, you feel me? So, I don't like talking too personal on the channel, but you know what I'm saying? I got a little one that I be having to help with. So, and other things that I be having going on outside the channel. So right now I'm literally working on a project while I'm talking to y'all. Just bear with your boy. But anyway, though, man, what do y'all think about that Virgil Ortiz versus Zayas fight? Xander fight. I think that's a good, not Virgil Ortiz. I think that Ennis versus Xander I think it's a good fight. I'm not even gonna lie, I think it's a good fight. And I want to see who comes out on top. I want to see how Boots Ennis come out on top. Is he gonna come out playing games and try to hype us up and while he in the ring, or is he gonna come out and be a true boxer and dominate? Like, he gotta dominate. He gotta put the exclamation mark out there to shut a lot of these critics up that's been really just not giving him his just due, or just not really giving him his credit. He really got to put the exclamation mark on things. So I think it's a good fight. He just got to really come out and put the exclamation mark on things. He's going to have to, because if not, they still going to question, like, well, he was a little rusty. He was a little rusty. You know, he hasn't fought since this time. And he was in negotiations with Virgil Ortiz. He got to go out there because if he look rusty, if he lose in any type of way, then they're going to say, see, Virgil's going to come out and say, see, I told y'all he was ducking me. And I think I got let me see. My boy say, where you from? Don't mean nothing, but I'm just messing around with him. I don't know the guy like that. Nah, for sure, DT, for sure. Let me see if I got if I'm not in the screen, that's because I'm trying to find something for y'all. Here it is right here. Boom. Front row and center. Here it is right here. It says, I did. This is what Boost Ennis had to say. I did everything in my power to make this fight happen for the fans. I waited long enough. I stayed quiet through it all. It looks like Virgil or his team really didn't want the fight. I came to his fight in his hometown and told him he was next. That was November. It's March and still nothing. It's time to move on. Two division champion up next. I told y'all the truth was gonna come to light. That is what Virgil, that is what Boots Ennis had to say about Virgil Ortiz. That is what Boots Ennis had to say about Virgil Ortiz. Zayas has athleticism to keep up, but Boots has the power advantage. I definitely agree with you on that one, DT. Shout out to DT, my brother. I definitely agree with you on that one, DT. And then Virgil did come out with his own statement. I know I got it. So it's gotta come up. Where is it? Come on, man. Don't tell me. If I don't have it on the computer, I got it on the phone. Cause sometimes everything don't be coming to the computer for some reason. That's Bones. All right, so let me get the Virgil Ortiz one. That's fine. Let me get the Virgil Ortiz comment. Because, Virgil Ortiz came out and said that he was basically a duck. All right, so here it is right here. This is what Virgil Ortiz had to say. I'm going to pull this up on the channel. Here I got thing. All right, so here it is. Okay, so let me get. Okay, so boom, here is this one. Oh, wait a minute. Recent. Okay, got it. So I got to go to the download section. If I have to go back out and go back in. Let's see. I probably have to go out and go back. No, I don't. Hear this right here. Okay, cool. All right. Boom. This is what this is what Virgil Ortiz had to say. Virgil says he did everything in his favor to make this fight happen, except the one and only time we were both ordered to fight each other in Saudi Arabia. Y'all can coop and all y'all want doesn't change the past. And then this goes back to what I was saying. Okay, so this goes back to what I was saying. Y'all remember when I said that Turkey Alalshikh offered Boost Ennis a fight, and Boost Ennis said he wanted tune-up, and Turkey Alalshikh basically said, I don't do tune-up. So if you want to go do a tune-up, then you go elsewhere. He basically that's what he said he wanted to tune up. So maybe this, like I said, and so what happened probably was, and this is just speculation, that Turkey Alalshikh offered Boost Ennis the fight, offered Virgil Ortiz the fight. Virgil Ortiz says, yeah, I accept that fight. And what happened was Virgil says, yeah, I accept it. And Boost Ennis said, I want to tune up first. And then that's when Turkey Alalshikh put it on blast that Bruce Ennis wants a tune-up and he doesn't do tune-ups. Thoughts on that? Like I said, I think Xander has the athleticism, like my boy DT says. And like DT says, Booth has the power. But Xander is a big guy too, though. We really not listening to Virgil. We know he willing to get beat up for a check. Damn. Is that what you think about Virgil? I think Virgil is I don't know if he's willing to get beat up for a check. I think he, you know what? I honestly think Virgil is just tired of not having big name fights, man. He's been under Golden Boy for a long time. And if he probably felt like he's exhausted everything in his power to try to get a big fight. And his only big fight that I can remember is Madrimal and Sergey Bayuchuk. Sergey Bayuchuk and Madrimal. Or it's like his main two big fights in a way that I can remember, man. That I can say, okay, yeah, this was Virgil Ortiz moment. You know what I'm saying? This was a Virgil Ortiz moment where Virgil Ortiz was able to step up to the level of competition. I remember when it went up against Sergey Bayuchuk, Virgil got popped a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's just my opinion on it, man. I feel like they have to go in there and they have to figure it out. This is what I don't like about Turkey. I believe tune-ups has a place in boxing. What do you think? You know what, bro? I think tune-ups has a place in boxing, but here's the thing. How many tune-ups do Bruce Ennis need? He just came off of a tune-up, right? And then he just had a fight. It's like you don't keep on needing a fight, need a tune-up. You just came off of a fight against Stanionis. Prior to that, you had a fight against I don't remember his name, but you had fought him, Karen or whatever his name was. You had a fight up against him. That was a tune-up. Then you went up against Stanionis. Okay, it's time to fight the big dogs. Now I know that you're just now entering in the 154-pound division, but you can't call yourself a big dog if all you're hollering about is a tune-up, is a tune-up, is a tune-up, is a tune-up, is a tune-up. How many times have we heard that Bruce Ennis was going around hollering about he needed a tune-up? We heard about it in the 147-pound division when he signed with Eddie Hearn. Okay, I get it. That you have been laid off for a little bit and that you haven't been in the ring because PBC didn't have the network or whatnot. I get it. That first time, 147, you signed it with a new promoter. Hey, give me a tune-up and then give me the names. He gave you Carrington. Then he gave you another name. It was a tune-up. Okay, cool. At some point, these tune-ups are going to have to, you can't call yourself a big dog. And then you say you're going up to 154-pound division and you say you want a tune-up. We never heard all of these tune-ups, bruh. Like we can't give him an excuse with all. I do believe tune-ups are warranted in boxing. Yes, you're going into a new division, right? But damn, how many tune-ups do you want, bruh? We can't continue to provide you these tune-ups, man. I understand you coming up in a new division, so you want to test the division out. Okay, cool. Let's test the division out. Let's see what this division does for you, right? But I just feel like Stanionis should have been his tune-up. Shit, he had been at the ring for damn near 2 years, and you beat the brakes off of him. See, that's why my channel, people won't like my channel because I think I tell the truth too much. I think I tell the truth, and I think some of these boxers have never really come on. Because I'm about to start just speaking my mind and going against the grain, bro. I feel like once you like, I ain't gonna lie. I've been like beating around the bush with some of these fighters because you don't want to ruin relationships. But man, I'm finna just start calling a spade, bro. And I think the real people gonna stick around and the fakes gonna move around because, bro, you can't keep on talking about a tune-up, bro. Like, come on, man. We gotta give Spence. This is why I say, like, I know my boy DT, like, there he go again, bringing up Spence's name. What does Spence got to do with this? I know DT, but we got to give that man his credit because he never once said, give me a tune-up. He said, shit, I don't do tune-ups. Shakur Stevenson, this is why I'm about to speak my mind. Shakur Stevenson, let's be real. Shakur Stevenson haven't been doing nothing but fucking tune-ups. And now and cherry picking his fights. He talk about Tank Davis cherry picking his fights. But bro, you've been cherry picking your fights, bro. I understand that Kid Austin fell out. But Kid Austin, you felt like that you can beat Kid Austin. Right? Then you go beat up on a Josh Padley who lasted damn near 8 rounds with you or 12 rounds. I don't remember what round that you ended up stopping to Josh Padley, but Josh Padley was a last-minute replacement and was a little guy. And damn near he stuck with you. He damn near stuck with you. Then you go up against T.O., who we all knew was washed up, overrated, overhyped. Only white people really believed in him. I'm just saying. Hispanics really believed in him. I'm not being racist or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, me as a person that watched the sport of boxing, I ain't never said that T.O. was a great fighter. He had 2 freaking knocks on his head against a Josh Padley, bro. T.O. wasn't no good fight. The court cherry picked him because he knew that he could beat him. And then where else did he go? He said that he wanted to go to Ryan Garcia. But you want to go to the 147-pound division. Then first you say you didn't want to put rehydration clauses on people, but now you're trying to put rehydration clauses on people. Get the fuck out of here. Cherry picking yourself. Easy fights. But then people always want to talk about me talking about Devin Haney. At least Devin Haney ain't cherry picking, bruh. At least Devin Haney has been in more fights where people picked against him than anything, bro. People picked against him going up against Brian Norman Jr. And we're going to talk about Brian Norman Jr. later on during this week about what his daddy said, senior. But people picked against Devin Haney so many times to say that Devin Haney was going to lose. How many times have we said that Shakur Stevenson was going to lose a fight? How many times have we said that Shakur Stevenson is going to lose this fight? We haven't. We said, oh, it'll be a good fight. It might be a little bit competitive. Even we'll say, but that boy Shakur Stevenson is just overly skilled. He's just overly skilled. He just has what it takes. He's a true boxer. He's a true this. He's a true that. We haven't really said that Shakur Stevenson is in a fight that where he has to go in there and prove himself. We haven't. He's been cherry picking, and now all of a sudden he want to come back with a rehydration clause. Bro, I don't want no fight against Shakur Stevenson going up against Ryan Garcia, going up against Devin Haney if it's gonna come with a rehydration clause. But y'all know what Shakur Stevenson is really doing? Shakur Stevenson is really saying, oh, go fight Keyshawn Davis. He's throwing Keyshawn to the wolves to see if Keyshawn can get past him. And if he don't, the first thing Shakur Stevenson is going to say is, I'm not Keyshawn. I'm not Keyshawn. Well, you ain't doing what Keyshawn doing. Keyshawn is more of a dog than Shakur. I don't care if I don't get Shakur on my channel, bro. I'm just saying I got to keep it real, bro. I'm finna just start going against the grain on these niggas, bro. That seems like the only thing that's going to really satisfy half this shit that's you know what I'm saying? That half the shit that most of these motherfuckers going through, or most of these motherfuckers saying. Damn, I hate that I'm cussing on the channel because man, that mother gonna be beeping me everywhere. But I'm just saying, bro, we ain't never said that Shakur Stevenson is in a 50-50 fight. We all, I mean, is in a 75-25% fight where his opponent was supposed to beat him. We never said that, bro. We always said, "Whoo, boy, this gonna be a good this might be a good competitive fight." But Shakur Stevenson go pull through because we know that his skill set and his level is just impeccable. That's what we've always said. That's what we always said. Shout out to that boy DT. Now Shakur taking fights that come. These dudes don't want to fight him. I promise. I understand they don't want to fight him. I understand that some people might say that they don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson, right? Bruh. Again, how many fights is Shakur been in that we said that he was going to lose a fight? I could count on Devin Haney last fight, DT. You said that Brian Norman was a country boy. That country boy is this. That country boy was that. He's strong. He's a country boy. I remember that. We were saying how skillful Brian Norman Jr. it could be going up against a Devin Haney. People picked him against Devin Haney. How many fights have people picked Shakur Stevenson to lose in a fight? I can't count on my fingers. I can't count them. I knew Shakur was going to cook Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is an easy target. Whoever said that he's overhyped, overly rated, bruh. He is. So with that given, man, that's all I want to say, man. Is like, I ain't really feeling the whole Shakur Stevenson drama where, you know, but Shakur is an elite fighter. But how many of those fights have he been in that we saying that he's elite? He's talking about rehydration clause. When Terrence Crawford went up to 168, he was a small guy. But when Terrence Crawford went up to 168, right? He didn't put no weight clause on Canelo Alvarez. He didn't say, Canelo, I'll fight you with a weight clause. He says, no, I want to fight you. And what did Terrence Crawford do? He went up in weight and he challenged Canelo and he beat him easily. So tell me again, what fight did Shakur Stevenson fight in that we said that he was going to lose a fight? If you're going to go up to some of these guys in the one, don't bring them down. Fight them because you won't get the credit. We talk about Tank all day long with these rehydration clauses. We talk about it. But then what happened? We talk about it, and then what happened? Some people don't give Tank the credit. They don't give him the credit because they say, oh, he was weight drained. Even I say that to today, that do we really give Tank Davis the credit going up against a weight drain Brian Garcia? Do we give Tank that credit? No. So why would we give Shakur credit to go up against a weight drain Brian Garcia? Even though Ryan says he can make the weight easily. But Ryan, I don't want that fight. If you go fight me, come up to 147 and fight it. Shakur himself already said that Ryan Garcia isn't as big as he thought. So why the hell are we talking about a weight clause? Why? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, y'all have any questions? Get your questions in now. We're going to come to a stopping point here, man. I just want to make sure I came in on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to myself. We on here on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? So just want to give y'all the people, man. You know, like my boy DT, man. I just want to give my boy DT, man, because I know he be out there working and he be needing to be entertained, man. My boy DT be loyal to the channel, man. I got to get back loyal to the channel myself, man. And I appreciate that boy DT be out there working, grinding, and keeping us on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Keeping us lit on the channel. You feel me? So I definitely have to make that effort to come in and keep my boy entertained while he working, man. If y'all got anything else to say or anything else, man, y'all want to try to jot down before I come to a closing, man, let's get those comments in, get that done. My boy say, don't take the fight if you can't make the weight. I'm sorry. Hey, and I agree with that. I agree with that 100. And that, hey, and low key, that goes to your boy Shakur. Don't take the fight if you can't make the weight. Like, Ryan Garcia is at 147. But in the same aspect, it goes to Ryan Garcia. Don't take that fight and then say that you was weight drained, because guess what? In the record book, it's going to go down that Shakur beat you. It's going to go down that Shakur beat you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go down. Yo, I got a funny post that I want to show y'all, but I'm working on this project, so I can't even, I'm trying to get done. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try to find, I got it for sure. But tomorrow we're gonna talk about what did Ryan Garcia had to say that was funny to the people. That's where I'm gonna leave y'all at. What did Ryan Garcia had to say that was funny to the people? It came down to like what this really comes down to is pertaining to a fight. Fuck it, I ain't gonna save it for tomorrow. I thought this was really funny. Let me get it onto the channel. I thought this was really funny, man. All right, let me see, because I gotta get it in context. And then we could talk about it again tomorrow, and it'll already be on the computer too for tomorrow. I thought this was like really, really funny. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And then we're gonna come to a closing after this. Is this it? Let's see. Hold on, I gotta see what it looked like. Oh, that's not it. It's this one, and then it's the other one. Okay, so let's get that on. Okay, hold on. Let me get out of it. So this is what I wanted to show y'all, man. I actually thought this was funny. Shout out to that boy DT with the $5 super chat. My boy DT says, we appreciate the show, brother. I appreciate that, man. Cause that, I be second guessing myself, bro. So I really appreciate that, DT, man. That really does mean a lot, bro. Not even gonna lie, man. That means a lot, man. That's what keep me coming to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know like you one of the ones that enjoy the content, and I know you one of the ones that be working, and you be needing something to vibe out to, man. And so I appreciate you, man, my brother, for sure, for sticking it out with the channel, sticking it out with me for once. You know what I'm saying? I know I went through that when I lost my family member, and that shit broke me, bro, for a couple of weeks. It broke me, and I kind of like forced myself to get back on the channel. You know what I'm saying? But I say, man, I appreciate you, man, for sure. But let me get this on for y'all, man. I thought this was really, 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 really funny. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Let's see. Would it be considered recent? No, okay, so it will be in the download. Let me get this on. I thought this was really funny. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me if y'all think this is funny too, because I thought this was quite interesting what Ryan Garcia had to say about Keyshawn Davis. And oh, that's not the right one. This is the right one right here, I believe. All right, so this is what Ryan Garcia had to say about Keyshawn Davis. He says, y'all know damn well I run that fade with Keyshawn if it has to happen, but I don't like he don't want the fade. I guess he meant like it don't look like he want the fade with someone if it has to happen. That isn't my problem though. So basically he's saying he'll fight Keyshawn Davis, right? He said he'll fight Keyshawn Davis. You know, if the fight has to happen, he'll go and fight Keyshawn Davis. Again, right what I was saying, Keyshawn Davis is fighting some of Shakur Stevenson battles. All right, so here it is. All right, this is the funny part, okay? So here's the funny part that I thought this was really funny. He says, Keyshawn is my brother. I'll never fight him. And then somebody says, sounds like Shabam. And then Ryan Garcia hit him with the laughing emojis. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was funny. He says, Keyshawn is my brother. I'll never fight him. Basically, if it went over y'all head a little bit, basically he's just making fun of Shakur Stevenson, saying that he's making fun of Shakur Stevenson, saying that Keyshawn is his brother and that he'll never fight him. Yo, Ryan is a class act for sure. Yo, tell me that shit ain't funny, bro. I thought that was funny, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I really did think that was funny. I thought that was funny, to be honest, y'all. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I thought that was really funny. Hold on, y'all. Let me do. But I thought that was funny though, man. Did y'all understand that? He's saying that Keyshawn is his brother and that he might not fight him. Yeah, that's what Ryan Garcia had to say. But obviously, he was just mocking. He was just mocking Shakur Stevenson. So I thought that was funny. But will that be a fight that some of y'all will be interested in seeing? Ryan Garcia versus Keyshawn Davis. Will that be a fight that you guys are interested in? I think I would like the fight, to be honest. I think that would be a good fight. Um, that's a fight that I would like to see. But honestly, I would like to see Ryan versus Shakur first, but with no rehydration clause. You know what I'm saying? No rehydration clause. Let's get it on. You know what I'm saying? With rehydration clause, I don't want it because that's going to be an excuse, and an excuse is going to be is the rehydration situation. So for me, not don't I wouldn't take it. Hold on, y'all. I'm not even looking at the computer. So if y'all said something. All right, so I'm done with the little project for right now, man. I see we still got a couple of people logged in, tapped in with us, man. So we're gonna rock out, man. So, man, what time is it? Oh shit, it's 9:28. Shit, yeah, man. We have to come to a little stopping point. We're gonna pick back up on this, y'all. But it says, how did everything in it's how he we say he did everything in his favor to make the fight happen. except the one and only time we both was offered to fight each other in Saudi Arabia. Y'all can cope all y'all want. Doesn't change the past. Basically, he's saying, yo, they offered you to fight. And what did you do? You turned the fight down. Now, I do have that video. Oh, here's the video right here that, well, we got to pick back up on this one tomorrow. We'll pick it back up on this topic tomorrow. And tomorrow, I might come on a little bit earlier. So tomorrow's topic, this is going to be a part 2 about everything that we talked about tonight. Because I want to talk about what Turkey Alalshikh, I'm going to play the video of Turkey Alalshikh actually saying that Boots Ennis wanted a tune-up fight. And then 2, we're going to play the video of Romero and Devin Haney. Bill Haney actually announced it on social media that they are actually signed, sealed, and delivered to fight May the 30th. And then we're going to talk more into this Boots Ennis situation. And then Top Rank. What are the possibilities that Top Rank can land somewhere else? What are the possibilities that Top Rank can be a top contender going up against some of these other promotional companies? And now that they're with Dazn, what excuses do some of these other fighters have when it comes to them actually fighting each other? Because now that Top Rank is actually on Dazn. So is that the reason why we're now able to get Xander versus Boots Ennis? We're going to talk about that part 2 tomorrow. So make sure y'all tap back in, man. Shout out to my boy DT for the $5 super chat. Oh, wrong button. My boy I hit the wrong button that time. There we go. Shout out to DT for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate that, brother, man. That really helps me coming back on, man, because shit, man, that's why I be doing these I do my projects and stuff that I be working on for different things. I be like, shit, man, I ain't gonna really make that much off of YouTube today. So shit, I may as well just I hit them up another day, but I be trying to stay loyal to y'all, man, to come on. So hey, today is Monday and I'm on, man. So kudos to myself, man. I gotta give myself a round of applause, man. It's a Monday. It's late, but you know what? We might have to do late on Monday, Tuesdays, and that's the way that I can really find myself like coming on. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to myself. And then shout out to that boy DT. You know what I'm saying? For the super chat, you know what I'm saying? But tomorrow, man, I'm gonna try to come on again for y'all. And the only day that I know that I'm going to take off for sure is going to be Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm going to take off unless something dramatic happened. I might come on late. Wednesday, I'm going to take off. But if I'm going to come on tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to take off. Thursday, Friday, I'm planning on coming on. Friday might be a late show, but I do plan on coming on Friday. So, man, those of y'all that like the content, man, and you think that you can rock out with us, man, press that subscribe button, hit that like button, man, and always remember to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend that about the channel. Now, we got to come up with a word of the day. My boy DT normally says something good. You know what? He actually did say something good. So the word of the day, and this is gonna be in boxing content, right? Boxing. So you got to think of boxing when you say this. When I say this word of the day. The word of the day is, this is for boxers. This is for the boxers. Word of the day is, don't take the fight if you can't make the weight. I'm sorry. That is the word of the day. And we're going to take that in boxing content. Don't take the fight if you can't make the weight. In actuality, you can take that in a boxing content and you can take that in like real life. Like we all take on different challenges and different things and different aspects in the world. We all have different fights that we have to take, rather it's mentally, physically, emotionally, personally, financially. It is, you know, we all take on different fights and different things, right? So don't take the fight if you can't make the weight. And you can utilize that in different ways, right? So mental, let's just use an example of mental wise. Don't take the fight if you can't make the weight. Mentally wise, why worry about that? Why worry about something that you have no way of changing? You can't change the perspective that other people think about you. Don't take the fight if you can't make the weight. And the weight would be the burden that it puts on you, the emotional, the physicality that it puts on you, the burden that it puts on you. Don't take the fight if you can't make it. Shout out to that boy DT for that comment. It ultimately turned into the word of the day. Shout out to that boy. I appreciate that, brother. More than you know, man. Hey, y'all, listen, I'm up out of here, man. It's 9:34. Got an early 4 a.m. So, hey, we out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I will be back on tomorrow. Hey guys, that part of the segment was called Subscriber Questions, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to press the like button so everybody can participate in that, right? Press the like button, please. That helps the channel grow, okay? And listen, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Great show. Thank you guys. It's your boy LD, and you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Press that subscribe button and stay tuned for more on Likeable Dialogue. Hey man, Likeable Dialogue. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button.